Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is very exciting because it is another monthly reading wrap up. To be specific, this is August. This is August reading wrap up. Where has the time gone? The summer is over and I'm about to start school again. Or continue school if you're in the same position I am, doing school through the summer. School does not end, apparently. This is also exciting because this is the third reading wrap up I've posted on my channel, and that's surreal to me because I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for years now, and I just haven't. I've been too busy or too scared, or like I don't think I can do it. If this is your sign, if you want to do it, because life is way too short to be wasting time. In August TBR video, we picked 8 books and I managed to read 6 of them this month. It was not my favorite reading month. I think I fell down the rabbit hole of TikTok a lot, and it was just a little more busier than I anticipated it to be. So to start off, I'm going to show you the 2 books I didn't read that are going back on the bookshelves. So the 2 books that I didn't get to read this month, which I am severely bummed about, are Death is My BFF by Katarina E. Tonks. This one I was looking so forward to, but you know what, maybe it wasn't the time for it. Maybe this is more of a October book, and I think we're going to read it in October, but we'll have to wait and see. Now this one is People We Meet on Vacation. I actually started this on audiobook on a little bit of a road trip, but I got like through the prologue and I was like, I don't think audiobooks are my thing, because it was giving a personality to the character. Like the person reading it, I was envisioning them as the character, and it just took away from it. So maybe I'll try the audiobook while actually reading the book. Audio doesn't work well for me. I don't know. I just want to try it, but I am a visual learner, so reading works better than listening. But maybe I'll try them to get at the same time, or maybe just avoid audiobooks. Even though audiobooks would make my life so much easier to read. Now getting into the books I actually read this month. The first book I read this month was It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This has been sitting on my shelves for a long time, and the movie coming out really gave me the motivation to pick it up and read it. This was a lot of people's first reads, what really got them into reading, and I can see it. It was a very engaging book. I ended up rating this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It was not what I expected. Just, I knew tidbits of it, but I didn't know how they were going to play it out. So when I was halfway through the book and stuff was still not happening, I was like, okay, yeah. And then one of the problems that I fell flat with was I knew who was playing these characters, so that's all I could picture when I was reading this. I wish I read it before they announced that there was going to be a movie, because all I could see was those characters, those actors and actresses as the characters. This was a very touching book. I cried a few times while reading it. It really helped me heal in some areas where I needed healing. I related to Lily quite a bit throughout her journey, and it found a special place in my heart. And then going to the movies to watch it with my boyfriend really solidified that. I started crying. The first scene came on and I started crying because I was anticipating It Ends With Us. You know, I don't know the full tea with this author, but this book itself, the story, I really enjoyed it. So, 4.5 stars for It Ends With Us. If you are planning to read this, please check up the trigger warnings. The next book I read was none other than our mystery book of the month, which was Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. You can see right here we've got the 3rd book, which means I enjoyed this book. I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I was reading this at the same time as It Ends With Us, and I was obsessed with this. Ace of Shades is the story of Anne, who's on the hunt to go find her mother who's been missing for a while. She goes to the City of Sins and she is looking for Levi, who is a lord of the irons in that city. And she goes on looking for him to help her find her mother. This book has lots of elements. She promises Levi, she's like, if you help me, I'll help you. So I will give you this many volts, which is their currency, in return for you to help me. Well, Levi was in a sticky situation of his own and kind of needed the volts. There is magic, there is just paranormal aspects. There is 2 side characters in this that I really enjoyed that we see more of. One is, I think she can like see, a little graphic, but she can take the blood from him, put them on her eyes, and see their like story. And so she's like one of our characters that was really cool to learn about. There's a game that happens, and we got like saving someone's life. It's really good, and I had not heard of it before. There is a little romance in this between Anne and Levi, but it is slow burn when I tell you. The most that happened, they held hands. That's it. So, you know, when I see the spark where they're both like, I might like them, add to my Amazon cart and purchased. Because I need to know. I need to know if anything comes of it. Ace of Shades, 4 stars. I love this. I love this, and I recommend it to all of you who want to read it, who enjoy fantasy games. I feel like this gave the same vibe as like Caraval, maybe also Night Circus. The next book I read this month was The Breakup Tour by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegemund Broca. This book we follow Riley, and we also follow Max. Riley just ended things with her famous ex-husband and released a breakup album where each song is dedicated to a past relationship she had. And when one of her songs blows up and she's about to start her tour, her ex-husband's like, that one's about me. It's such a good song. It's not a mean one either. So he's taking all the credit for it. He's like, that's me, guys. And everyone's believing it. Everyone's loving it. So she goes to Max, who is her college boyfriend, who the song's actually about, and is like, can you please tell them that it's about you? Like, can we together go out and tell them that this song's about you so we can get this man to stop? Max is like, I can't. That will draw too much attention to me, and I'm not here for it. He's taken over. He's taken over his parents' retirement home, and it is slowly going to close. And he thinks this is the perfect opportunity to try living my dream out one last time before deciding on what I want to do. So Max joins Riley on tour, and we get the whole story of their time on tour. This is not what I expected when I picked it up. There was a lot more to this than I was knowingly going into. I really, really wanted to connect with this book, but I couldn't. I think I prefer books with heavy dialogue. I enjoy reading the connections between characters. When we were switching between POVs, all it was in their thoughts. I swear I heard 13,000 different reasons why these characters could not be together. But nothing was stopping them, which is what got me a little annoyed. Was the main character, I found her very self-centered and very in the mindset of like, you know when people say like, if they wanted to, they would? That's Riley's mindset. Her mindset is, if he wanted to, he would. But that is not held up on her end. So he's like, well, maybe she will. And she's like, well, I'm not going to be the first one to do that. And that's what kind of upset me too. That aspect of just like wanting a second chance, but not wanting to be the one to do it. And maybe I'm seeing it differently. Maybe I read it, but that's how I took the book. I rated it a 3. I think I'm going to drop it to a 2. Something about this book did not tickle my fancy. Maybe down the road, maybe as I grow older, maybe I'll realize more and connect more with this book. Maybe I'm just not in the same place in my life that they are. These characters were significantly older than me. The next book I read this month was Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. Trigger warnings, trigger warning, trigger. Please, there is a full-on list. There's a full list here and here of trigger warnings. Read them, understand if they are trigger warnings for you, and then decide if this is a book for you. This is a dark romance. I ate it up. I ate it. I go. This is a 4. Like, I might even give it higher, but I rated this 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. So this is the story of Sloane and Rowan, who are both a little bit renowned serial killers that kill bad people, okay? And they meet each other. Rowan's kind of like, she's kind of cute. You know, why don't we do this thing where every year we're given a random location and we try and figure out who the bad person is in that town, and the first one to kill him wins. So this has lots of time jumps. We have a few year time jumps because we are focusing on the game, and we get a little bit of a budding romance between Sloane and Rowan. Guys, Rowan's also a chef, and Sloane, I don't know what she does. She just works in like some kind of business of some kind. I was reading it, and there were some parts where I was like, I need a little moment because that's a little too graphic for me. Or just like the way they describe things. When y'all were talking about cookies and cream ice cream, I understand now. When I was reading this, I was like halfway through and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go get the next one. Drove my booty to Indigo, and I bought Leather and Lark, and I was standing there holding it. And there was a lady, and she picked this up, and she's like, have you read this? And I was like, I am in the middle of it. She's like, is it any good? I'm like, it's good. It's just a little, yeah, it's a little disturbing, or like, she didn't end up getting this, she ended up getting hooked, but I think if you're in your dark romance, if you want to dibble your toes in, don't start with this one. But it is a really good book, and you should definitely read it because I am obsessed. You know, I can't wait to read the next one. I can't wait to read it. And I believe this author is Canadian. That was a fun little thing to find out. So, 4 stars. The second last book I read this month was Open Road Summer by Emery Lord. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you. I read this back in high school. Obsessed. Loved it. I've now read it 4 years later. I am still obsessed and I still loved it. This story, this is the absolute perfect pop star tour concert music romance. Oh my goodness. This story, we follow Reagan, and Reagan just broke up with her not so great boyfriend, and she's a bit of a rebel. She's lived a life. She's a bad girl. She's a baddie. Not in the slay way, but like in like detention, police, like arrested baddie. She's ready to change her life and just had an experience that made her want to try something new, try enjoying life and not trying to cause so much havoc. So she decides to join her best friend Dee on Dee's world tour, and Dee is also nursing a broken heart. There are some rumors come, and they am squanched. So they get one of Dee's friends who's also on the label. His name is Matt. Matt joins the tour. Oh! Matt and Reagan, there's like a little spark there. Guys, it was so good. I don't even know how to explain it to you. You should definitely check this out. This book, she a little thick. She a little thick. I ate her. I read her in 3 days, okay? I don't think I actually said, but I did end up rating this 5 stars. It broke. It was 100% amazing. The last book I read this month was Kisses and Croissants by Anne Sophie Juhanio. This is a cute little book. It took me so long to read this one. I tell you, this book took me 3 days and this one took me 7. This story, we follow Mia, and she is gone to Paris for the summer to attend a ballet academy that offers her at the end of the summer an opportunity to join a bigger ballet specialized schools. So we get the story of her journey through like auditioning, well not auditioning, but like trying to find her role in the show, the dance they're doing, and we get to watch her like gain confidence and just experience and grow throughout her time in Paris. She meets a boy named Louis, and Louis is a darling. There is some parts of this book where I was like, yes, but did this need to happen? Like the ending. Did that need to happen for the story to progress? For character development wise, maybe. To clear up some potholes, yes. But, you know, I did love the romance between the two characters. They went on adventures, they solved a mystery together, they grew as people and found their passions. It was such a good little story. I recommend it to anyone who's starting their reading journey, and if you are trying to find a book for your young reader, this one is a good one. So if this is something that sounds interesting, I think it's a good start for young teens who want to start to read. I ended up rating it a 3.5 stars. It was cute, and it was a cute, small, short little story that I enjoyed and really wrapped up the summer energy for me. So here are the 6 books I read this month. Hopefully you had a good reading month, and maybe did we enjoy some of the same books? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to let me know that you enjoyed this video and want to see more of them in the future. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get more content from me right in your subscription box. You don't have to be searching and scouring for videos. You can just have it pop up there whenever I post. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!